Today, we are strapping in for a deep dive. We're talking some serious professional hardware.
Yeah, this isn't just about reading a datasheet.
No, not at all. Our mission is to understand the strategic value of high-end AV infrastructure. And we're looking at the Blustream PRO88HDMI V2.
The 4K 18 GBP's custom Pro 8x8 HDMI Matrix. That's a mouthful.
It is. But if you're building a really sophisticated centralized AV system, maybe routing, 8 different sources to 8 different displays.
Across a house or an office, yeah.
Then this matrix is basically the brain. It has to handle complexity and, more importantly, prevent the big nightmares.
Oh, yeah. Bandwidth bottlenecks.
Control gaps and those dreaded device handshake failures.
Yep, precisely. This device, it represents the current peak of uncompressed distribution.
So it's for the custom installer.
Absolutely. The person who needs to guarantee that maximum signal quality, every spec here is essentially a promise that the signal arrives perfectly.
Okay, let's delve into that first promise then. Bandwidth. The headline is 4K 18 GBP's HDR performance. For the listener at home, what does hitting 18 gigabits per second actually buy you? Does it keep you away from compression?
That is exactly what it does. That 18 GBP's figure is, you could say, a firewall against video compression like DSE.
Display stream compression.
Yep. Since this is HDMI 2.0 compliant, it supports full 4K at 60 frames per second, but crucially it supports 4.4.4 color sampling.
And why does 4.4.4 matter so much?
Well, most of what you stream is 4.2.0 or 4.2.2. It saves bandwidth by sacrificing some color detail.
So this matrix delivers 4.4.4.
Meaning every single pixel has its own full, independent color information. That is the gold standard for film lovers, designers, anyone using a PC as a source.
And since we're talking high-end displays, we have to talk about HDR.
You have to. And this matrix explicitly supports all the critical formats, HDR, HDR10 plus Salatai, and Dolby Vision.
What about protected content?
It's HDCP 2.2 compliant. That's the digital bouncer, It's essential. It lets the signal pass.
It's also smart that they kept support for older signals, like VGA. You always have a mix of old and new gear in these installs.
Always.
Okay, so moving from that heavy 18 GBP's video signal, the real challenge is making sure the audio keeps up.
Especially with immersive formats.
Right. If the video is already pushing the limits, is there a risk that something like Dolby Atmos introduces latency?
That's a really good question. The architecture here is designed to handle that. It supports every known HDMI audio format. So you get pass-through for Dolby True HD, Atmos, DTS HD master audio.
So no sacrifice on sound quality.
None. And what's also important is the flexibility of those 8 3.5 millimeter stereo inputs.
So you can inject a separate audio source.
Exactly. Maybe a legacy music streamer. It gives the system designer complete flexibility.
Now let's talk control. For these kinds of installs, remote control is everything.
A non-starter if you don't have it.
And this box has it all. Front panel, IR, RS-232, and most importantly, TCP/IP with a web interface. Plus, the third-party drivers for major control brands.
And that whole control system is made robust by 2 critical features. First is advanced EDID management.
Solving the dreaded digital handshake problem.
It solves that frustrating moment where the source and display just argue. The matrix steps in, mediates, and forces an agreement. No more blank screens.
And the second feature?
Bidirectional IR. This is just pure convenience for the integrator. It lets you send control signals both ways.
So the remote in the kitchen can control the player in the rack.
And the remote in the theater can control the kitchen TV. It's all seamless.
So when you put it all together, what does this mean? This is a box built for reliability and uncompressed quality.
And the price reflects that.
It does. It's in the $5,000 range. We did see a 10% discount code, 10% off, by the way. But you're paying for that reliability, the 5-year warranty, the rack-mountable build.
If you're investing in a system that delivers pure 4K, 60 Hz, 4.4.4 with this level of control, you're really buying the best performance available right now.
Which does bring up an interesting thought for the future.
It does. I mean, if 18 GBPs is the current firewall for signal quality, what new video standard, maybe 8K 60 Hz or even higher frame rates would actually force an upgrade beyond that? And, what new communication protocol might eventually replace TCP/IP for control in the AV racks of tomorrow?
That's the real strategic question, isn't it? What comes next?